participated last year. I will now proceed to introduce those with me on this live stream, and I will start with our Vice Chairman on my left, Mr. MacLeod Malonza, who is also the Chairman of COP Holdings Cooperative Society Limited, the 64.5 strategic and majority shareholders of the bank. On my immediate left is our Group Managing Director and CEO, Dr. Muriuki. I would also like to introduce our Company Secretary on the far right, Mr. Samuel Kibugi. Then in front, we have our Group Finance and Strategy Director, Mrs. Caroline Karemi, and our External Auditor, Mrs. Nancy Muhoya, representing Ernst & Young. Other members of the Group Board of Directors have joined us virtually as per the individual profiles in the published accounts. An invite to this meeting has also been shared with the Capital Markets Authority as well as the Nairobi Securities Exchange. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of the senior management team of the bank who are also following the proceedings virtually, and to thank them for their dedicated service and commitment to the group. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge the support provided by image registrars for their work towards the delivery of this electronic meeting. Shareholders, you are guided that inasmuch as we are holding this meeting electronically, we have taken significant measures to ensure that we are able to interact freely with the shareholders. In this regard, therefore, we shall continue having an elaborate question and answer session, and you can continue sending in your questions using the question button on your dashboard or by dialing the code *483 *904# and follow the prompts to submit your questions. We shall also allow some live calls during this session for those who have requested for the service. All questions that will have been received by the end of this AGM will be responded to and the answers posted on our website. I shall now call upon the Company Secretary to ascertain whether there is quorum for this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I confirm that a total number of 20,173 shareholders holding a total of 4,314,046,649 shares, representing 73.53% of the company's shareholding, are in attendance virtually, inclusive of proxies. I confirm that the required quorum is present.
Thank you. Therefore, I declare the meeting to be properly convened and duly constituted. Shareholders, the resolutions put to the vote at this meeting shall be passed by a poll. Participating shareholders have received an SMS or email prompt to cast their votes. You can also vote using the vote button on your dashboard or by dialing the USSD code provided. The results will be available on the company's website within 24 hours, and the outcome will be considered a binding resolution of this meeting, effective immediately. I shall now call upon the Company Secretary to read the notice convening the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will read the notice convening the meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 17th Annual General Meeting of the Co-operative Bank of Kenya will be held by electronic communication on Friday, 16th May 2025 at 11 a.m. for the transaction of the following business. A. Ordinary business. To read the notice convening the meeting. and to determine if a quorum is present. 2, to receive and consider, and if approved, adopt the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st December 2024, together with the directors and auditors' report thereon. 3, to approve and declare a first and final dividend of Kenya shillings 1 shilling and 50 cents per share in respect of the year ended 31st December 2024, to be paid to the shareholders on the register at the close of business on 28th April 2025. 4, election of directors. Mr. MacLeod Malonza, Mr. Richard Kimanthi, and Mr. Benedict Simiyu, being directors appointed under Article 104A of the company's articles, under which the majority and strategic shareholder of the company, COP Holdings Cooperative Society, nominates to the board of the company 7 directors, are retiring by rotation and being eligible, offer themselves for re-election in accordance with Article 100 of the company's Articles of Association. COP Holdings Cooperative Society Limited has already nominated them for re-election. 2, Mr. David Muthigani, being a director appointed under Article 104A of the company's Articles of Association, to replace Mr. Patrick Githendo, who ceased to be a director of COP Holdings Cooperative Society, now offers himself formally for election as a director of the bank, subject to regulatory approvals. He has hence been nominated by COP Holdings Cooperative Society. 3, in accordance with Article 100 of the company's Articles of Association, Mrs. Weda Welton is due for retirement by rotation and being eligible for re-election offers herself for re-election. 4, in accordance with the provisions of Section 769 of the Companies Act 2015, the following directors, being members of the Board Audit Committee, be elected to continue to serve as members of the said committee: Mrs. Weda Welton, Mrs. Aris Muololo, Mr. Lawrence Karisa, Mr. Benedict Simiyu, Mr. David Muthigani. 5, to approve the remuneration of the directors for the year ended 31st December 2024, and to authorize the board to fix the remuneration of directors. 6, to appoint KPMG as auditors of the company, having expressed their interest to be so appointed, and to authorize the directors to fix their remuneration. 7, transact any other business which may be properly transacted at an annual general meeting. B, special business. 8, to consider and if thought fit, to pass the following resolution as an ordinary resolution. In accordance with the Capital Markets Public Offers Listing Disclosures Regulations 2023, 13th Schedule, Rule 53, Continuing Obligations, Clause 8.21, the Board of Directors be authorized to regularly review as a continuing policy guideline and approve the relevant policies on the following: 1, board remuneration policy; 2, effective communication with stakeholders policy; 3, corporate disclosures policy and procedures; 4, dispute resolution for internal and external dispute policy; 5, board members attraction and retention policy, dated at Nairobi on 23rd day of April 2025, by order of the board, signed off by Samuel M. Kibugi, Company Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, our Company Secretary. Shareholders, now I will proceed to read my official remarks for this AGM. Our Vice Chairman, Mr. MacLeod Malonza, the Group Managing Director and CEO, Dr. Gideon Muriuki, Directors of the Cooperative Bank Group, our dear shareholders, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Cooperative Bank group and on my own behalf, I am delighted to welcome you all to our 17th annual general meeting. I request you to be upstanding and observe a minute of silence in memory of the late Mr. Patrick Gevendo, our director who passed away on 1st February 2025. Thank you very much. You can get seated. As you will have noted, the bank posted an impressive and commendable profit before tax of Kenya shillings 34.8 billion for the full year 2024, a strong 7.5% growth compared to Kenya shillings 32.4 billion recorded in full year 2023. This is the best performance ever by the bank since inception and is in line with the group's strategic focus on sustainable growth and transformation. This impressive and sterling performance by the bank is highly commendable, where all the businesses in the group performed well and contributed positively to the profit. The bank has continued to maintain a strong brand name in the industry, aggressively upholding our focus as a professional and highly ethical bank. Let me, at the very onset, thank you all most sincerely for the overwhelming confidence you have continued to show in your board of directors that has seen the incredible transformation journey. Arising out of this strong performance, the board of directors of the bank has recommended, subject to your approval at this AGM, a dividend payment of 1 shilling and 50 cents per share, which amounts to 8.8 billion payment. This is also in line with the bank's capital retention strategy for funding further growth of the bank. This remains a great milestone for the bank and particularly the cooperative movement, as it is a return of 1.5 shillings for every 1 shilling invested in the bank. I sincerely commend the board of directors and the management of the bank under the wise, able, and visionary leadership of Dr. Gideon Muriuki for the excellent and impressive financial performance. Let me also most sincerely thank the board of directors and due shareholders for the great responsibility you have bestowed on me as the chairman of the Co-operative Bank of Kenya, even as we seek to scale to greater heights as the Kingdom Bank, through which God will continue to bless the people of Kenya. I thank you sincerely for taking the time to attend this annual general meeting. We are operating in a fairly competitive environment, and the board of directors has closely reviewed our strategies, as the group managing director and CEO will share shortly. Your bank is now one of the largest in Kenya and the region, with an asset base of Kenya shillings for 743.2 billion and over 9 million customers. I thank you for your continued support and patronage of the bank. we have, as a group, proclaimed the promises in Joshua 1:3, Isaiah 45:3, and Numbers 13:30. And the Lord will surely take us to greater frontiers in the season ahead. As is now our usual practice, considering that this is the only occasion that we get to meet all our shareholders, I call upon the Group Managing Director and CEO to take this opportunity to give key highlights of the bank's activities and then invite our external auditors to present the financial report for the year ended 31st December 2024. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. Signed by myself on this date, 16th May 2025. So, GMD, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairman. Vice Chairman, dear shareholders, let me firstly thank all of us and all of you. This is the highest attendance we've ever had, as the Corporate Secretary has announced this morning. We have over 20,000 shareholders on this virtual link in over 36 countries all over the world who have registered for this AGM, and thank you for taking your time to be with us this morning. Chairman, it's good to remember that declaration that your board made in August 2004, that you as a board gave yourself a higher calling, give yourself a bigger responsibility of being a highly professional and ethical bank, and you declared in 2004 as a board that Co-Bank shall be the kingdom bank through which God will bless his people of Kenya and now in the region. And when we talk about the performance that we are having today and the continued growth of the group, we can only thank God for his goodness and mercies upon the bank and the great leadership that has been provided by you, Chairman, the entire board, and the entire great team as our highlight in this presentation. Indeed, Chairman, we as a transformational bank, this was a very powerful scripture that we had time to pray over as we were beginning this year in our 21 days of prayer and fasting. The promise is Numbers 13:30, where Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, we should go and take possession of the land, for we shall certainly take it. It's a passage where the Israelites are about to close to go to the promised land, and they are fearful of the journeys ahead and the giants ahead, but they encourage themselves in knowing that if God is ahead of us, we will certainly take possession of that which he has promised for us. Again, we as a board, we prayed over this scripture in Isaiah 45:3, I'll give you hidden treasures, which is stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. And so as we reflect on that journey, we cannot, as you said, Chairman, we can only thank God for his goodness and mercies upon us as an institution. In a very special way, thanking the 15 million member cooperative movement that is under Holding Cooperative Society. Before we came for this AGM, we had the AGM of Holding Cooperative Society. We had the seminars in all the regions, in all the provinces. We had time to interact with the delegates of Holding Cooperative Society. And thank you, delegates of Holding. Thank you, the electors of the Holding Cooperative Society, led by the chairman, Mr. Macron Malonza, who is also the chairman of Cooperative Alliance of Kenya, even for that great support and the great unity that we have been there in the cooperative movement. You gave us a name. The cooperative movement gave this bank a name, and we are very proud of that partnership. We are very proud of the incredible support that we have received from the Kenyan cooperative movement. Indeed, we have seen that growth. We're talking about 743 billion in total assets at the end of last year. Today, as we speak, if you look in the media today, we are talking, as at first quarter, this has now grown to over 770 billion as at first quarter. 5,800 skilled and motivated staff members. Incredible. That's just for somebody who may not be, who may possibly be joining this AGM, possibly for the first time, just to remind us about our structure, where we have COP holding cooperative society on behalf of the Kenyan cooperative movement, 15 member cooperative movement, Mr. Chairman, holding over 64.5% shareholding, and then the 35.44% that is held by the other shareholders globally. And as we are saying this morning, in 36 countries globally who have joined this virtual link. We have the bank itself as a business. We then went to South Sudan. We have the joint venture with the government of South Sudan, where we hold 51% of Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, and the 49% is held by the government of South Sudan on behalf of the Kenyan cooperative movement. And the vision of the board was, upon stability of that economy, that 49% held by the government of South Sudan will be transferred to cooperative societies in South Sudan, and that those processes will be reviewed at the appropriate time. Then we have the Co-op Bank Assurance Intermediary Limited, the subsidiary that takes care of the capacity building within the cooperative movement and the bank assurance business. That's 100% owned by the bank. We have Corp Trust Investment Services, the fund management subsidiary business, 100%. We have Kingdom Securities, we own 60%. We have Kingdom Bank Limited, the former Jamii Bora Bank, that we own 90%. They had their successful AGM earlier this week. We have, as you are aware also, Co Bank holds 33.34% in shareholding in Cooperative Insurance Society, which is the strategic investor in CIC Insurance Group. And so effectively, the bank then owns around 24.9% direct shareholding then within CIC Insurance Group. And then we have CoBank Freight Africa Limited, where the listing joint venture with Super Group of South Africa, where Chairman we own 25% of the shareholding. Functional structure. And I think one of the things that has been a very great pillar of the great performance that we have had, Chairman, is the functional structure that the board has invested in. Chairman, you've given me excellent men and women who have driven this bank across the various businesses. We have the business divisions there, the Cooperatives Banking Division, and Efficient Marangu, Return Business Banking, and William Dumia, Corporate Institutional Banking Division, and Lady Alono, Credit Management Division, and William Otieno. We have Finance and Strategy, and Madam Carlo Karemi, who is here with me this morning. Customer Experience and Operational Efficiency Division, and Jackie Waithaka there, doing a great job. Human Resource and Administration Division, and Sam Bilesh. ICT and Innovations Division, and Charles Wachika. Sam Kibugi, the Corporate Secretary, who is with me here. Transformation Divisions, and Adri Wanjao, and the Special Projects that are doing a great job in supporting implementation of key projects in the bank, driven by Arthur Muchangi. Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, as I highlighted earlier, and Elijah Wamara doing a great job in South Sudan in a very tough environment. Kingdom Bank Limited, Anthony Mburu and the team have done us proud, have done a great job at the Kingdom Bank. Corp Trust Investment Services, Nicholas Idondeka and team have done us proud. They are today Chairman, as we are aware. They have grown the business they are managing over 400 billion of funds under management, and Corp Trust Investment Services is today the second largest fund management business in this region. Great job there. Corp Bank Assurance Intermediary Limited and Nicholas Kamonye doing great job, Chairman, again on capacity building in the cooperative movement. We have over 30 consultants fully paid by the bank that are out there doing great work, as I'll be highlighting later, on capacity building within the cooperative movement. We have also housed the bank assurance business under that subsidiary, and they have had a great contribution to the group performance. Chairman, we have Kingdom Securities under Samantha Guerra. They've also done extremely well in terms of the business support. We have the control functions also. We have the risk management, and James Kaburu the chief risk officer. They've done extremely well. Compliance and Henry Kalanja, he's done a commendable job, an internal audit there, and Joseph Gatuni, and they have really held us accountable in terms of operating within the set procedures and set rules and regulations by our regulators. Chairman, last year during the board of directors retreat in August, we came up with a new 2025-2029 corporate strategic plan. We are calling this our good to great corporate strategic plan, and this will guide the group's activities for the next 5 years. And this plan ushers in a period of growth that will see the bank asset size grow to over Kenyan shillings 1 billion. And dear shareholders, allow me just to take a few minutes this morning, because this is the only forum that we have to interact this way, just to share some of the key pillars of our good to great 2025 to 2029 strategic plan. Chairman, our number one pillar remains aggressive deepening of our dominance in Kenya and the region. And Chairman, we have seen, and this has come very true, that even as we go to the region, as we continue to review opportunities, like to be in South Sudan, to be DRC, Congo, and in other economies in the region, we have dominance in this market segment. And that will continue to be a critical pillar of our performance. Number two, Chairman, it will be the primary provider of financial services, the cooperative movement in Kenya and the region. This sector, the cooperative movement, gave us a name. It's very critical for us that we make sure that we continue to give the integrated financial job in ring fencing the Kenyan cooperative movement. It's good to remember, Chairman, that yes, we are a fully fledged corporate commercial bank, and we have diversified our services to every possible service that is available now in the banking sector. But it's always good, we always remind ourselves that when we were formed in 1965 by the founders of the cooperative movement, they wanted a bank that will provide them affordable financial services. And so we have a critical mandate to make sure that not only are we profitable, not only are we giving good returns to our shareholders, but we continue to be a relevant bank to the Kenyan cooperative movement that started this bank. And so it's a very special sector for us, and a number of things, just I'll be highlighting in a minute, some of the special things that we find ourselves doing in this sector to make sure that we deepen this sector in a very special way. Number third is seamless and exceptional experiences across our touch points. Customer service, operational efficiency, Chairman, has been everything for us. And I'll be highlighting in a minute. Today, over 92% of our transactions, Chairman, are being done over digital channels. Again, then tying with leverage on digital transformation innovation for operational efficiency, supported by an engaged and highly productive workforce. Yes, over 90% of our 90% of our transactions are being done on digital platforms, and this has just been incredible. And I have a couple of mini strategies within that key pillar. The bit about the digital bank, the bit about the rolling of the cost-income ratio within the bank, the bit about the shared services center, again, and at the head office that we created out of our 2014 transformation, the Swalingo transformation. We created the shared services center at the head office, and the other areas that we have focused, as highlighted on that slide, that have driven our cost-income ratios. Mr. Chairman, your board has endeavored that we are a bank that is very, very optimal. Enterprise risk and compliance has been very critical pillars of this bank. We are a bank that wants to make sure that we have a robust risk management framework. And We are also extremely careful to make sure that we operate within all the requirements of our regulators, particularly on matters of AML, that is anti-money laundering, CFT, KYC, know your customer, and all the data protection guidelines that have now been recently issued by the government. Number 6, we also want to ensure that we have a positive impact on the economy, society, and the environment, and particularly in terms of our sustainability programs as an institution. The board is very focused on that pillar to make sure that we are very proactive on that space. A universal banking model. It's incredible how that has grown. Return business banking today has over 260. Unions that own this bank. We have the corporate that this contributed over 1 billion to our profit this year, and the other, the stock brokering, the fund management. I mean, the slide basically, Chairman, is illustrating our universal banking model and how well we have sold that and how well we have been able to go out there and grow our market share in the industry. Our presence, Mr. Chairman, 211 branches. We have opened 13 branches. We opened 13 branches, Mr. Chairman, in last year. And then we are able to leverage on them to reach even a bigger customer base out there. We have the Infosys now, the new core banking platform, and again we. We have emphasized, and of course, Mr. Chairman, we have. Yes, just a bit of highlight on operational efficiencies there, about our proactive enterprise risk management framework, proactive like that. We've been very, very, very proactive, Chairman, in terms of building the capital structure of the bank to make sure that we are well capitalized. We have been very, very, very proactive, Chairman, in terms of our MPL management. And as shareholders will be happy to know that we have cumulatively now from 2020, we have provided over 45.5 billion in terms of loan loss provisions, and our ratio of 16.8%. MPL ratio is in line with the peer. Of 1 or 2%. Book that is checkoff based, and we have really spread our commitments across the various securities that we. Chairman, the journey on our digital transformation has just been incredible. And as I said earlier today, as we speak, 92% of our transactions are on alternative channels. Only 8% of our customers are going to the branches, and the experience has been just incredible. The amount of time any customer takes at the branch is one of the key parameters that we actually monitor daily. It's one of the reports that we review every morning in terms of the customer turnaround time in the branches, and it's incredible the operational efficiencies that we have been able to gain on that end. And I've highlighted the other key investments in terms of in that area to increase our agility as a bank. E-credit has been major. The e-credit, Chairman, in last year we disbursed over 76.7 billion using our e-credit platform, and it's just incredible the penetration of this region. We were able to do this because we invested in the data analytics capabilities as one of the key pillars of the solar and eco transformation, and we can now see the benefits of this project, Mr. Chairman, that the board approved and invested in quite a bit of money in our data analytics capability. It's the one that has enabled us, Chairman, to be able to penetrate this level of e-banking. Again, highlighting the number of the efficiencies of the Co-operative Bank agency model and the high number of transactions that are going through the agency banking model. Mr. Chairman, in 2014, we out of our just in implementing our strategic plan, we came up with the solar and eco transformation, and some of the key pillars was the bit about the branch transformation, the MSME transformation, and this is the area. The solar and eco transformation is where we had McKinsey come and just support us on that journey. And they supported us on branch transformation, MSME transformation, Salesforce effectiveness.
Hey, bro, you.
Hey, DM imejaa. DM imejaa. Ukienda online ni hivyo.
Human and debt credit processes, cost management, data analytics, and staff productivity. And as I highlighted earlier, it's incredible. Look at branch in terms of the e-credit and the customers transacting on their mobile phones. The MSME transformation has been major. The team there and William Dumia and Moses Gitaud, and they have had all these webinars and clinics countrywide and networking forums as seen there. and there has been a very, very big penetration, Mr. Chairman, in that market segment. Sales force effectiveness is saying where we had all these customers, but we were challenged that we had a product-centric model, because as a bank that was banking cooperatives from at the very onset, as and when we were bringing new customers, the bank was investing in capabilities of staff with knowledge on the products that we needed to bring on board. And so in 2014, we found out that an average customer, Mr. Chairman, would have possibly even 5 or 6 customers. And so one of the gold mines we realized as a bank is that we had all these customers, but most chairmen had only one product. And so the sales force effectiveness was basically changing the bank from a product-centric bank to a customer-centric bank. In that then you have relationship managers, chairmen, and shareholders who are trained to go out there and sell several products to the same customer. This has been a gold mine for us with a huge customer base in the group, and we will continue to build synergies and to see what we can do to maximize on that. Shared services and digitization. As I said earlier, we created the Shared Services Center, the back office. We've invested in the core banking, the new core banking platform. This has already been rolled last year to South Sudan also. South Sudan is on the new platform, and we are now supporting Kingdom Bank to also ride on this critical platform. Very big competitiveness. NPL management has been a very critical focus, as I highlighted earlier. We have cleaned up our book over the years. We have a very good ratio of around 16.8%, which is in line with our peers in the industry. Data analytics capability was very strong, Chairman. Again, it enabled us to go into digital banking. Cost management is quite commendable there, Chairman. Our cost-income ratios have really improved over the years. And overall, again, is staff productivity. Thank you, Chairman. As a board, we have continued to hold everybody accountable to make sure that they each before staff go for Christmas in December, over 99% of the staff would have signed their performance targets. HR and the Sambilechu will make sure that we'll all have signed, every staff would have signed their key performance indicators for the following high performance and high productivity within the group. The cooperative movement, give us a name, is a very critical sector for us as a bank, and that's why we have continued to have a very strong division headed by Fizet Marangu and the great team there with all those departments, Sacco Banking, Agribusiness, Transport, Housing and Investment Department, and also the bank assurance intermediary. And Chairman, just to highlight that particularly the support of formation of forces, as I highlighted earlier, has been a very critical business in this under Sacco Banking to make sure that we support our SACCOs to have the forces, which are the banking sections, and through those banking sections, we have seen ourselves reach even many more customers through our SACCOs. And that capacity building, the SACCOs are stronger, they are our shareholders, they are our customers, we have a stronger bank. Digital integrations, there's a lot of work that is being done, B2B integrations, business-to-business integration that is being done with over 44 SACCOs. We have a remote checking, scanning with about 51 SACCOs. And those are just examples of many, many services in terms of what we are doing to integrate with the SACCOs and build that integrated model. In the agricultural cooperatives, the key highlight notably has been the coffee sector, and the team there, Esther Kadwiki and the team, they've done a great, commendable job. Chairman, we now have the direct settlement, DSS, for coffee, and we are all aware now that offering a platform where the sales proceeds are credited to the seller's account immediately. And so the bottlenecks is implemented. And this year, as you have all seen in the media, is one of the best years for the coffee sector. The farmers are very happy, particularly the cooperative movement. They have one of the best prices that have been seen in a long time. We also have some work we're doing on the potato sector. We have pilot programs that we are running in Nyandarua and Meru County in terms of improving the yields of potatoes in that area. We're also in cotton sector, as I highlighted there. Daily life sectors also, there's a lot of work we are doing in those sectors in agriculture. Cooperatives. And as I highlighted there also, there are a couple of capacity building. And also, we have also the collection and payment solutions that we are giving to these cooperative societies. Mr. Chairman, I'm ever very proud of the wisdom the board had many years back to when we started making a bit of money as a bank to form this subsidiary business. Because we asked ourselves, we are making a bit of money, how possibly can we give back to the cooperative movement? And Mr. Chairman, we formed COP Consultancy as a business. Today, as we speak, we have over 34 full-time consultants out there supporting the cooperative movement. Just look at that, Chairman and shareholders. In 2024, we did 174 advisory mandates. We did 139 trainings. We trained over 4,759 individuals within the cooperative movement. And we had over 200 cooperative societies that came for training. It's just incredible. Since inception, Mr. Chairman, we have done over 3,500 consultancy mandates in the cooperative movement. And in the 174 mandates, Chairman, we did in 2024, you can see that 61 on HR advisory, 37 were governance training, policies and review development were 31, strategic and business planning 27, and the others there. Just showing how we are deepening and building capacity within the cooperative movement. And there, Mr. Chairman, just to highlight some of the societies, Chairman, that we worked with in that season. I could go on. Yeah, I think a couple of societies there just highlighting the 222 cooperatives that we worked with, Mukisako, Mombasa, and the others there. Quite a bit of work that Nicholas Kamonya and team reporting to Vincent Marangu. The team has done a commendable job and we are extremely proud of them. Chairman, Co-Foundation has just been incredible. And thank you that as a board, you decided to invest in our people, the Kenyan people, particularly on the issue of needy and bright students. And today, through Co-Bank Foundation, Chairman, we have supported over 11,000. Foundation. Environmental, social, and ECG has been very, very critical now in the area we are in. Is an area that we make sure that we are very, very critical. And I've highlighted there the way we ECG focus for the group, Chairman, has been extremely critical. The SME financing, the green buildings, the employment generation, the food security, and all the pillars. Chairman, this has been a very critical, and I know as a board you have held us really accountable in this area. And as I said earlier, we have an ECG unit now, and our Director of Finance and Strategy, and there's been a critical focus. And we've been affirmed, Chairman. We've been affirmed by the industry. In the Kenya Bankers Awards, Sustainability Awards, Chairman, in 7 years, we've been number one in 5 years. In the 7 years that these awards have been there, Sustainability Awards, peer evaluations by Kenya Bankers Association, Chairman, out of 7 years, Co-Bank has been number one for 5 years. In last year, we were also the most innovative bank, best in financing commercial clients, best in financing MSMEs, first runners-up in promoting people with disability, and second runner-up in promoting gender inclusivity. Sustainability is everything for us in our model shareholders. Chairman, just to highlight a couple of the other global awards that we got awarded in the year, starting with the Global Finance Best Bank Awards 2024, Best Bank in Kenya, and all the other great awards. And I really commend the team in the group, in the various businesses that has really affirmed the award-winning model of this group. Mr. Chairman, we have seen the numbers. Let me just give a bit of highlights again. Total assets now at 743. The financials we are approving today, as at first quarter now, we're already at over 770 billion. Net loan book at 373 billion. Total deposits have grown to 508 billion. Shareholders' funds have grown to 145. Chairman, you've been very deliberate in retaining profits to grow this bank, and it's commendable, Chairman, because since you listed the bank. Since we listed the bank in 2008, we have not gone to our there it is today. So there it is. The total assets grew by 10.7%. Net loan book grew by, had a small drop there. Government securities grew by 15%. Total deposits grew by 16.6%. Shareholders' funds grew by 28%. Indeed, a strong financial position reflecting a growing bank. Yes, that's the sustainable profitability again. Just going through the net interest income that grew by 13.9%. Total operating income grew by 12.5%. Total operating expenses grew by 17.7%. $4.7 billion, 7.5%, and then also profit after tax growing by 9.8%. Subsidiary contribution, as Chairman announced, what is commendable that every business within the group did commendably well. As highlighted there, every business contributed to the overall performance, and it's commendable. We have all done well. Even as at first quarter, there's even better performance in the first quarter by all those businesses. As at first quarter, as you saw in the numbers we've published this week, we have a PBT, a commendable profit before tax of 9.63 billion for the first quarter. And so shareholders, we are convinced by the time we are coming back here next year, we have even better results and better performances to report to you. Dividend payment again, Chairman, as Chairman, you have said, it's the recommendation of this. The Board of Directors is recommending to this AGM then the payment of 1 shilling and 50 cents. And this again, as I said earlier, as you highlighted, is 1 shilling and 50 cents for 1 shilling, particularly for the cooperative movement, who started the institution when they started. It's an incredible return for the shareholders. Yes, about 5.8 billion of that bullet payment will go to the cooperative movement through holding cooperative society. Again, 1 shilling and 50 cents for every 1 shilling invested in the bank. Chairman, I just want to time to come and support us, and on this virtual link, over 20,000 shareholders from 36 countries. I know some of you are, due to time differences, global time differences, you woke up at odd hours just to make sure that you support us. And for me is to say thank you so much, and to say thank you, Chairman, and the entire Board of Directors for the incredible leadership that you have provided to us as management. And it's been awesome synergy between Board of Directors and the management staff of the bank. That unity of direction and that commitment by the entire team has brought us to where we are today. And we believe that God has even bigger frontiers for us as a Kingdom Bank. We indeed thank God for his continued mercies and favor upon the Kingdom Bank, and he will surely reveal to us the hidden treasures even in this season. And we thank God for the good performance, Chairman, in the first quarter, as was reported this week. We believe that, as I said earlier, as we come to our shareholders this time next year, we even will have better performances to report to our shareholders. Thank you, shareholders. Thank you, Chairman, for this opportunity, for this presentation. And Mr. Chairman, with that, I want to kindly request our auditors, Madam Nancy Mohoya from Ernst & Young, to come and make the presentation of the 2024 audited accounts. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Group MD. Chairman, Mr. John Murugu, Vice Chair, Mr. Malonza, Group MD and CEO, Dr. Gideon Muruki, Company Secretary, Mr. Kibugi, Finance and Strategy Director, Mrs. Karina, other directors present. Dear shareholders, thank you for having me this morning. I will be presenting to you our report as your external auditors, and I start with our opinion. We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statements of the Co-operative Bank of Kenya Limited, the bank, or what we hereby refer as the company, and its subsidiaries, that's the group, which comprise of the consolidated of the profit or loss statement and other comprehensive income, as well as the statement of changes in equity and the consolidated and separate statements of cash flows for the year then ended, and of course the notes of the financial statements, including material accounting policy information. In our opinion, these consolidated and separate financial statements present fairly, in all material respect, the financial position of the group and the company as at 31st December 2024, and the financial performance, as well as the separate standards as issued by the International Companies Act 2015 of Kenya. Basis of our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are described in the auditor's responsibilities in the opinion. And we are independent of the group and the bank in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board of Accountants Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, that's IESBA code, and other independence requirements applicable to performing audits of financial statements in Kenya. Key audit matters. Key audit matters are those matters that, in our professional judgment, were of more significance in our audit of the financial statements of the current period. These matters were addressed in the context of our audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements as a whole, and informing our opinion thereon. We do not provide a separate opinion on those matters. For each of the matters that we have outlined below, we have described how we addressed each of them and provided that we have fulfilled the responsibilities described in the auditor's responsibilities, including in relation to these matters. The results of our audit procedures, including the procedures performed to address the matters below, provide the basis for our audit opinion on the accompanying financial statements. We do provide an analysis of these matters. The first one is on expected credit losses on loans and advances to customers. Due to the significance of the amounts and the significant judgments in relation to estimation uncertainty involved, the assessment of ECLs or provisioning has been considered as a key audit matter. We have outlined the procedures that we performed, including assessment, the reasonableness of management's assumption in determination of the provisioning. The second key audit matter is on reporting in hyperinflationary economies by Co-operative Bank of South Sudan Limited. We consider this to be a key audit matter due to the effect of the restatement on the group financial statements as a result of adjusting the Co-operative Bank of South Sudan Limited financial statements, given that South Sudan as a country has been considered hyperinflationary since 2011. We have outlined the procedures that we performed, which included assessing the accuracy of this restated financial statement for Co-operative Bank of South Sudan Limited by reviewing the provisions of the standard concerning this accounting matter, IAS 29. The third key audit matter is on impairment of goodwill. We did consider the impairment assessment of goodwill to be a significant matter to the current year's audit due to the level of judgment applied. And we did perform our audit procedures to satisfy ourselves as to the accounting of impairment for goodwill. We have outlined the procedures in our audit opinion. Dear shareholders, I will now present to you other information that is presented in the annual report. The directors are responsible for the other information. This other information comprises the group information, report of directors, and the directors' remuneration report as which we obtained prior to the date. Opinion on the consolidated and separate financial statements does not cover other information, and we do not express an opinion on this. In connection with our audit of the financial statement, our responsibility is to read other information, which we did, and in doing so, consider whether other information is materially inconsistent with the financial statements or our knowledge obtained during the audit. If based on the work we have performed on other information obtained prior to the date of this report, we conclude there is material misstatement, we report that fact. Dear shareholders, I'm pleased to report to you that we have no concerns as far as other information contained in the annual report is concerned.
31st December 2024, including the reports of the directors and external auditors, were made available to shareholders. I propose that we take the report as read. Shareholders, as earlier highlighted, we shall endeavor to answer as many questions as possible during this meeting. In this regard, shareholders, we encourage you to continue sending questions using the question button on your dashboard or by dialing the code *483 *904# and follow the prompts to submit your questions. We shall also allow live calls during this session for those who have registered for the service. I now invite those calling in to do so. Let's have the first caller. I now invite those calling in to do so. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Thank you for calling in. Please state your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, thank you. My name's Arjoel Otieno. Yes, I'm calling from Nyanza region. Mine, I just want to congratulate the excellent leadership of our chairman, and I also thank him for the good work he's doing to make this bank grow day by day. Another point, I just want to thank the board of directors for their hard work, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them also for recommending the dividend to be 1 shilling and 50 cents per shilling invested to the bank. For this hard work, may I pray for them, God to give them good health. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Otieno, for your comments. We shall now have the questions responded at the end. Next question. Next caller, please. Thank you for calling. Please state your name and where you are calling from.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Esther Gichero. I'm calling from Nairobi. I'm a shareholder of the bank. And I'm very happy.
Please proceed.
I'm a shareholder of the bank, and I want to thank the group chair, the group managing director, the Vice Chair and all the leadership of the Co-operative Bank of Kenya because of the report they have presented to us this morning. I am very delighted to talk about the performance of the bank, really just to reflect on what the chairman and the group managing director have presented, a performance of that 4.8 billion, especially for those of us who have grown with the bank. I have interacted with the bank for the last 49 years, and I have seen it grow. And to have reached here where we are now at that 4.8 billion, it is just the work of God. So I am very, very thankful as a shareholder to the team that has been working for us to make us reach here and see this tremendous growth of the bank. And looking again at what the chairman and the MD reported about even the first performance of the quarter of 2025, the first quarter, where we have reached a profit of 9.6 billion. It just shows that this growth is going to continue, and mine is just an appeal to the bank to ensure that that we have now reached as the best performance, that we don't have anything that can make us go back, because sometimes it is easy to reach the top. To maintain is even very important. Let me also mention something about the Cooperative Foundation, the report that we were given. Again, I'm very delighted to see that the foundation has reached out to over 11,000 students, both at secondary and university education. And these are students who could not have managed without this intervention of the bank, because they are poor children from very poor families. When you interact with some of them in the industry who have come out and joined various professions, we can only say bad things but thank God for this very good performance. I don't really have a question, but what I wanted to emphasize is on those, because the reaching out to the students is really reaching out to the community. And thank you very much, the team, for all these endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther, for your very positive comments. We shall respond to them after all the comments and questions are in. Thank you. Next caller. Please state your name and where you are calling, please. Hello?
Technically.
But in the case of Trent, who's done so much for
Thank you. Can you please tell us your name and where you are calling them from, please?
I'm Paul Kemundo Kariuki from the Central Region. Mine is to appreciate the excellent work that has been done by the bank under the stewardship of the Group Managing Director, Gideon Muriuki. And by extension, thank the bank's support to farmers in the coffee sector, in the potato growing sector, and in the cotton industry. Second, I would want to thank very profusely the COP family over the years through scholarships. I understand that so far the bank has been able to educate 11,639 students. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kariuki, for your comments. We shall respond to them after all the questions and comments are in. Thank you very much. Next caller. state your name and where you are calling from, please.
My name is Georgina, shareholder Nairobi.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me this opportunity. Let me begin by congratulating you, Mr. Chairman, together with the Group Managing Director and the Board of Directors for this great performance that our bank achieved last year. We are very proud of the huge, impressive profit before tax of 34.8 billion, which was an impressive on the improvement on the last year's. On the year before. We should never take this good performance for granted, especially when we recall shocking loss of 2.3 billion Kenya shillings that the bank reported in the year 2001. So once again, I wish to congratulate the MD and the entire board for achieving this incredible turnaround of the bank that has made Co-op Bank as one of the most successful banks in this region. As we celebrate this generous dividend, I wish to request all my fellow shareholders to bring more of your businesses and friends to the bank, to be customers, and also invest more in this bank as dividend is consistent. I am confident the future will be even greater. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me this chance.
Thank you, Jedida, for your very positive comments. We shall respond to them after all the calls are in. Thank you. Next caller. Shareholders, I think that was the end of our callers. So thank you very much, shareholders. Before we proceed to respond to the questions, we shall provide you with the guidelines on how to cast your votes for the resolutions placed before this AGM and which are summarized in the notice of this meeting. Voting will close at 1 p.m. today. Please watch the upcoming video, which will guide you in the voting process.
Welcome to the 2025 Annual General Meeting of Co-operative Bank of Kenya Limited. Voting for the AGM resolutions is currently open. Karibu kwenye mkutano wa mwaka wa 2025 wa Co-operative Bank of Kenya Limited. Upigaji kura kwa maazimio ya AGM kwa sasa umefunguliwa. Eligible shareholders received an SMS with instructions on how to vote. Voting can be done via USSD or via the link provided. Those with multiple accounts and holding proxies on behalf of other members will be prompted to vote for the various accounts consecutively. Wanahisa waliohitimu walipokea SMS yenye maagizo ya jinsi ya kupiga kura. Kupiga kura kunaweza kufanywa kupitia USSD au kupitia kiungo kilichotolewa. Kwa wale walio na akaunti zaidi ya moja au waliotumwa kuwakilisha, yani proxy, watahamasishwa kupiga kura kwa akaunti mbalimbali mfululizo. Registered shareholders and proxies will key in and dial the following USSD code from any mobile phone network in Kenya. Wanahisa na wawakilishi, yani proxy, watapiga msimbo ufuatao kwenye simu yao. Msimbo huu unaweza kutumika kwa mitandao yote ya simu Kenya. *483 *904 *483 *904 #. Once the shareholder chooses the language, the next prompt will be as follows. Mwanahisa atakapochagua lugha atapata jibu lifuatalo. Welcome to the Co-operative Bank of Kenya Limited AGM. Reply with 1. Karibu kwa mkutano mkuu wa mwaka wa Co-operative Bank of Kenya Limited. Bonyeza 1. Once the shareholder has responded, they shall receive the following prompts. Mwanahisa atapata jibu lifuatalo.
you should be still
Accounts
in
registered with your number are listed below. Reply with 1 to vote using the first listed account. Akaunti iliyosajiliwa kwa nambari yako imeorodheshwa hapa chini. Bonyeza 1 kupiga kura. Once the shareholder has responded, they shall receive the following prompt. Mwanahisa atapata jibu lifuatalo. Approve the audited consolidated financial statement for the financial year ended 31st December 2024, together with the directors' and auditors' reports thereon. Reply with 1 if in favor.